Hey folks, welcome back to Failure Retirement. Probably asking yourself what old Failure's up to today. Well, so it occurred to him several days ago. Here we are, I think this is January 25th, 26th maybe, somewhere in there. The hay crop needs to be sprayed here in the next 30 days or so. And old Failure's really not being that overly prepared, but broke a hose on the tractor last summer doing some non-spray related stuff. One of the hoses that stays on the tractor permanently got broken. Several weeks ago, I fished the new hose through the underneath of the tractor, but I got to make sure it's the right length before I hook it to the sprayer. So take a look as I put the sprayer on the tractor, and hopefully I can get it through this door without hitting anything, and then we'll see about finishing the hose repair. Hang on, the tractor's already out here running. Let me open the door and get it. So one thing I'll tell you, old Failure's been a very recent adopter of the 3-point quick hitch. For you farmers, you know what I'm talking about. Never had one before. It seemed like kind of a lazy man route to me. I had never really had much problem squaring up on the implement to hook it up. But I finally got old enough that getting on and off the tractor a couple times, no bueno. And then this particular sprayer really was the reason I adopted it. This thing, like, you had to have it perfect to get it on there, and it's hard to get in there between the tractor and the sprayer, get everything done. So this is just a major step forward. Just got this quick hitch just over a year ago, right before spray season last year. Major game changer. You guys are all smarter than me. You switched to them decades ago, I know, but it's a recent deal for failure. So hang on, we'll see if we can get her outside this door here. Turn this tripod just a little bit. That way when I hit the motorhome, you'll see. Well, looky there. No obvious damage. So yeah, looks like we got plenty of room here. Needs to plug in right there. I'm not even going to have to cut it or anything. This is just about as perfect as a guy could get it. So I think while I'm here, I'm going to plug in these hydraulics. Shockingly clean. Too bad I can't say the same for the other side. Guy color codes his stuff. So there's the red one. These are always kind of fun. Way better with the quick hitch. Okay, this is blue. That's yellow. Black, I believe. Definitely blue. Yellow was on the bottom. Guys, if these are really dirty, I do wipe them off. Just this thing's been inside there in the back of the building for a year. Really, really clean. All right, electrical. This might end up slightly in my way, so we'll wait a minute on that. Let's see, here's the drain hose. Sorry, I said that was a drain hose. This is the pressure gauge hose. Goes up here over the cab, along the fender. Move you over here for a second. So a guy just uses garden hose fittings on these sorts of things. You don't need two gaskets. Put this cover in the toolbox. That way when you're searching for it later, that'll be the last place you look. So the pressure gauge originally was on the back by the regulator, by the control valves. But a guy just, sorry about the airplane noise, Air Force boys defending our country. So anyway, the pressure gauge used to be on the back. Wow, I hit the afterburner on that one. Found out that he's just getting a little too old and stiff to be turning around monitoring that all the time. It's way better up front where you can scan it and still watch where you're going. And when you run out, you catch it way sooner. So that was a pretty serious improvement that took 10 minutes and $10. Anyway, let me get some other tools and the fitting, and I'll shut you off for a minute and we'll get that hose put back on. So, seems like this is a warm enough day. I might get lucky and get this together without the heat gun. I've got my hose clamp. I don't know if you can see it. Hose clamp is on here already. See if I can get this shoved in there. Oh yeah. She just goes right together. Already got me a nut driver handy here. Tighten this hose clamp. This is the return line, if anybody's wondering. This recirculates what the sprayer doesn't use, to put it simply, and helps agitate the tank at the same time. And we got a gasket in there. So just like that, that part is good to go. Go ahead and put this electrical in here. I think this will be fine. This runs the individual valves. Only 3 sections on this boom, but that controls them. This one controls your master valve and the pressure. Actually, the other one has a master valve. This one only does the pressure. There's a variable flow valve here to use to control the pressure. Let's see, we've got to get this other line hooked up. This shit out of here. Looks like it's got to go over the quick hitch. This could be good. So just like that, we're all hooked up. Sprayer's ready to go. Now I think I'll go outside and boom it out, get that sticky track out of there. All right, let me shut this off and I'll get the tractor back outside. All right, now that we're back outside, we'll open her up. You can see what that looks like. This boom is 60 foot. Pretty common in this part of the country. 60-foot booms, sorry. Let me open it up. Alright, there it is. Always kind of reminds me a little bit of the Karate Kid when you unfold it or fold it up. Just the way it crosses over and holds its arms up in the air. Kind of interesting and entertaining. Let me give you a quick walk around. So here we are walking around. We're spraying. Here's the sticky trap. Get that before I forget it. We're gonna put on, depending on what the recommendation is, somewhere between 12 and 15 gallons the acre. We run a 200-gallon tank in the front. I built the frame to support the tank. Here's the center section. The 3 control valves up there, 1 for each section. It's basically about 20 foot per section. We could save a little spray and go 5 section, but what we're doing generally, it's not really worth it. So I'm gonna have to do something with this hose here that doesn't like being folded and unfolded so far apart. It's not too bad if you do it on the regular. But now that we're only spraying about once a year, yeah, it's folded up for a long time. Anyway, there it is. The boom is a Demco, if anybody's wondering. Looks like I need to shorten up that top link 1 turn. But that's it. It's basically field ready at this point. Short of a couple zip ties, but I'm not going to make you watch me put a couple zip ties on. Got a couple D-rings there for when I get stuck, because I was told I would absolutely get stuck. Never happened so far. Anyway, there it is. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, drop a comment. What are we spraying this time of year, Failure? So yeah, okay, so the boy will be spraying his ryegrass hay, and this time of year in this part of the country, the main thing we're trying to get out of it is radish. We have a horrible radish problem in this whole part of the country. So generally January or February, spray that out. The way the weather's been this year and all fall, February is going to be the time. Some places around this area have a mustard problem. Same spray, take the mustard out. Then we go on a maintenance deal of every other year, put a little extra herbicide in there to get fiddleneck. Cattle, horses, very negative on fiddleneck. So about every other year we put something in to manage the fiddleneck. That seems to most years hold it really, really light. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, drop a comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Failure Retirement. Have a good day.